Hello students, today we will discuss about the second unit of macroeconomics, that is what? Money and banking. As you know the meaning of money, money is anything which is generally accepted everywhere. We can use the money to purchase anything from the market. We can use the money to make the payment to anybody for anything. So money having the different features, it can be used for the making future payment, it can be used to do any kind of the transaction, it can be used as a store of value. So money having the very wider definition. With the help of money we can do more and more economic activities. But what kind of the situation, how our economy was running in earlier times? Because at present time what we are seeing in the form of the money, that is in the form of the cash, currencies, note, check, ATM card, credit card. Earlier times there was non-existence of such forms of the money, but then also they were running the economy very well. No doubt they were facing various problems. So what was the problems? How they were managing the economic condition, how they were doing the economic transactions? Let's see. In the earlier times there was production activities were taking place. Wheat was producing, clothing was producing, various types of the goods were producing in the earlier times, and they were doing the exchange of the goods also. But every goods was exchanged for another goods. Means wheat were exchanged for the rice were exchanged for the wheat, or maybe the another goods and services. So earlier times was the barter exchange system. It means commodity for commodity exchange system. Commodity was exchanged with another commodity. There was non-availability of common unit of measurement. It means there was non-availability of the money. Non-common generally accepted money was available in the earlier times. So there was the various problems they were facing in the barter exchange system. The first problem they were facing is the lack of double coincidence of the want. It means when a person want to purchase tea, he has to sell something that may be the wheat. On the other hand, he will search the such person who is ready to purchase his wheat and will sell the tea to him. यहाँ पर कोई पर्सन चाय खरीदना चाहता है गेहूं बेचकर, तो on the same time he will search the such person who is ready to purchase his wheat against the tea. तो इस तरीके से a person at the same time become the buyer as well as seller. यहाँ पर पर्सन चाय खरीदना चाहता है और गेहूं बेचना चाहता है. ऑन द अदर हैंड वो ढूंढ रहा है ऐसे पर्सन को जो गेहूं खरीदना चाहता है और चाय बेचना चाहता है. सो एट द सेम टाइम when both this person will interact, then only the economic transactions will take place. That is what the lack of double coincidence of the want. यहाँ पर ये ट्रांजेक्शन तभी होगी जब ये दोनों पर्सन की जो दोनों वांट से ये कोइंसिडेंटली मिल जाए कि मैं भी गेहूं बेचना चाहता था और सामने वाले को भी गेहूं खरीदना था, और मैं चाय खरीदना चाह रहा था और सामने वाले को चाय बेचना था. दैट इज व्हाट द कोइंसिडेंस ऑफ द वांट. और डबल कोइंसिडेंस ऑफ द वांट्स होगा तभी बार्टर एक्सचेंज सिस्टम में transactions takes place होगी. It was the first limitation they were facing in the barter exchange system. The second problem is lack of standard unit of measurement. The students, present time में we can measure the every commodity in the common unit of measurement. Like we can measure the value of milk into the rupees, as well as we can measure the quantity of the milk into the liters. So we are having the two criteria for measuring the value as well as quantity of the milk. But in the earlier times there was non-availability of such common measurement. Like at the present time we are calculating the value, it means monetary value. Earlier time there was every goods having the different exchange rate for the different goods. For example, 1 kg of the wheat equals to 2 kg of the rice. It was the exchange rate between the wheat and rice. 1 kg of the wheat equals to 2 kg of the milk. It was the exchange rate between the wheat and the milk. In the same manner, the different exchange rate between the different goods. So there was the not common measurement of the value in the earlier times. The third type of problem in the barter exchange system was the lack of standard deferred payment. Deferred payment is the payment which is to be made on the future date. That is what deferred payment. For example, we borrow from the bank and we repay the amount on certain future date with interest. That is what the deferred payment. तो किसी certain date पर हम पैसा चुकाएंगे in the form of EMI, in the form of principal amount with interest. It is what the deferred payment. In the earlier time, when a person borrow from somebody else, the person agree on certain conditions. अगर किसी किसान ने किसी पर्सन ने गेहूं उधार लिया है, कोई गुड्स उधार लिया है 1 महीने 2 महीने के लिए, तो they agree on certain conditions that after 2 months you have to give this much of extra goods or that extra good or that particular goods to me. They are not having any standard deferred payment system. जो present time में rate of interest का रहता है कि you will be charged 10% rate of interest per annum. So presently we are following the standard deferred payment system. Earlier time there was non-availability of standard deferred payment. It means one who borrow from anybody, one who do the credit transaction, they will undergo the different conditions for making the deferred payment. The fourth problem related to the barter exchange system is difficulty in storage of wealth. In the present time, we are keeping our savings with the bank account and we may utilize our saving at any time. But in the earlier time there was non-availability of such facilities and their maximum part of the wealth were in the form of goods. Goods may be in the form of perishable goods, non-perishable goods, in the form of animals also. So when the wealth in the form of perishable goods, they were facing the problem of storage of the wealth. So it was the biggest problem at that time. The next is difficulty in transfer of wealth. At present time we see that with the help of the banking transaction, we can easily transfer the funds from one place to another, from one person to another within a minute. But in the earlier time, it was not very easy to transfer the purchasing power, to transfer the wealth, to transfer the money, means purchasing power, from one person to another. He has to carry all the goods and services with himself and give it to some other person. It was very difficult task in the earlier time. The last is lack of divisibility. There are the many goods which are not divisible, and lack of divisibility makes the barter exchange impossible. For example, a value of horse is 100 kg of wheat, but the other person having only 500 kg of the wheat. So it is not possible for exchanging of half horse against 100 kg of the wheat. So the horse cannot be divisible in small parts. So there was a strong need of medium of exchange as well as common unit of measurement. It means there was a strong need of money.